Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Crosswatchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon to new moon in May 2023? I am your reader, Leo Rising, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. Today is May 1st, our 25th anniversary of Drawing the Circle Productions as an S corporation. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There's a Kindle version of it available. There's a link in the description box for the Kindle version. You can click it and preview it for free and catch a good chunk of the first part, showing you some of the prayers, principles, and practices that have kept me in business long before I started the company for sure. It's broken down into chakra chapters. There are chakras in this read, may be helpful. But the original version, really, my Fellini version of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, is on Patreon. A couple of my levels of subscribers over there get that. I believe it's like mystics, immortals, and the gods, goddesses. Let's talk about it. Over on Patreon, we have 8 levels of subscribers. At the time of this recording, Seeker, Human, Hero, Angel, Witch, Immortal, Mystic, God, Goddesses, the top tier. They get everything. I just made a new video for it, for the 25th anniversary, the Patreon, brand new. Go check it out. Click the menu, because all of my subscribers, regardless of subscription level, get a couple of cool things. Now they get 3 things in common. Number 1, they get all the extended readings, part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. They're all relationship based. They are all juggernauts. Some of them run over an hour, past, present, into the future. I've done a lot of them already. As long as you're a subscriber, doesn't matter which level, you get those. You also get the daily check-ins, an unlisted YouTube live stream link for me, so you can chat with me every single morning, pretty much. I rarely miss a day, talking about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something, something to send us on our way. It is my favorite way to start the day, and as a mystical artist, a Leo rising, it prepares me for doing the best that I can every single day, and I ain't lying. But the other thing that they get is they get quite the discount, because I changed my prices for private sessions. There's a new video down there as well I did for the 25th anniversary, booking private sessions with Mal. We'll talk about it at the end, because I want to get down to business, don't you? But for now, if you choose, just remember, click the link, check out the menu, and if you like, come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. And how about that new intro music? Oh, I love it so much. I have the longer track of it. Janet's making a whole album based on the music that she's making for our intros and outros here. I'm so excited for her and for us. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff with that. So, moving right along, let's get down to the biz at hand. An 8-card draw. If you are new, got to do the explanation for the new people. 8-card draw is just one card from 8 different decks, giving you clues, tips, and hints about really anything. We're going to use them to look at a 2-week period, a full moon to new moon in May 2023, to help you release, let go, surrender the waning moon vibe. I do the 5-card draws for the waxing. I do the 8-card shadow reads for the waning, to release, surrender, alchemize lead to gold by releasing the 3 symbolic elements, atoms, I should say, in between lead and gold. There's chakras involved and all that kind of read. We'll talk about it as we go, but let's look at this 2-week period, because it's certainly an interesting one. We've got a full moon in Scorpio, Cinco de Mayo. It's an eclipse. Cinco de Mayo, gee, could that be May 5th? Absolutely. 1:34 p.m. Eastern. I am in New York, if you can't tell from my accent, all right? And that's pretty powerful. Someone's getting their stuff touched that day, and hopefully it's fun, and it could be, because when the moon rises out to peak, then you haunt, desire, seek. And I gotta say, Scorpio moon on Friday, day of the Venus. Try and hold me back from doing that magic on Cinco de Mayo. Tequila. 2 weeks later, we're letting go, we're releasing, we're surrendering, we're forgiving, we're doing the spiritual alchemy to the new moon in Taurus, also on a Friday. Now check this out. Plant a seed. Clear the path for 2 weeks, as you want to plant a seed on new moon on a Friday. Again, day of Venus. Taurus, you know, like fixed earth, a square to Leo's fixed fire, but nonetheless, it does go void, of course, that day. Let's say 11:53 a.m. I might have said p.m. a.m. because it just looks like an a p, but it's an a. Penmanship Mal. Yeah, it goes void, of course, at 1:51 p.m., then into Gemini, 2:48 p.m. So it could be a really wild weekend, just saying. So when the moon rides at her peak, then your heart's desire seek, then clean it up and plant a new seed at the new. In between those days, in that 2-week period, Venus is going into Cancer on the 7th. Mercury is going direct at 11:17 p.m. on the 14th of May. Thank the gods. And Jupiter is entering Taurus on the 16th. So we have a very, very interesting, actually I would think very, very supportive 2 weeks here to do that, particularly with Mercury going direct. Remember, it takes a couple of days to like station and then move forward. So look, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There's all sorts of links in the description box about shadow work and the mirroring process and a lot of stuff down there, and they're not all mine. There's I share what I learn as a spiritual teacher. If it works for me, I pass it on. If it doesn't work for me, it just goes down the New Age, metaphysical, pagan, spiritual, magical assembly line, whatever you want to call it. So, cross-watchers, you have the opportunity here to get some insight, some understanding into the Leo you are cross-watching for, as well as hopefully some sympathy and some empathy for what they're going through and what they have to release and let go. Nobody is born, well, we're born to do it. We get conditioned out of it. But that being said, if you apply some of this to your own energy field, maybe the mantra, maybe the divine animal oracle or the archangel or whatever, we've got whispers of Lord Ganesh on the table too. We've got a lot on the table in these 8 card draws. Then apply it. You work your chakras. You will be holographically helping the Leo you are cross-watching for to alchemize their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxic to healthy, their fear to love, removing those 3 elements in between the two. And I'm Leo Rising, so you're helping me too. So, let's do this. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I will do the best that I can to get us the clarity, guidance, and grace we need so that we have more gold than lead percentage-wise in our timeline, a more golden timeline than a leaded timeline. For our well-being, for the well-being of all, and to do what we came in to do in this life with our sacred contracts, starting with the Caroline Myss archetype deck, the shift from all that explanation that I don't feel obligated to do, but as a spiritual teacher, I feel it's important to do that explanation for the new people. Welcome to my channel. We'll talk about a lot of stuff after the end of the reading, at the end of the video. But the shift to move from that explanation to inspiration and divination happens in the still point. Shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Join me in the still point. Whatever. Still point. Ooh, my hands are tingling. Ooh, here we go. Using the Caroline Myss archetype cards for card number 1. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and who were drawn to, guided to, led to this reading. Please, what is the dominant chakra in the 8th, the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra hovering over their head, sending down the codes to all the other chakras, shifting what they attract and they repel so they can have the choice to no longer delay what cannot be prevented, alchemizing their shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, developing that soul power holographically through their own cell tissue, their own chakras, and really through all of life, that ripple effect, that butterfly effect, whoozy whatses. So please, beloved pantheons of the divine, what's going on in the 8th chakra? For the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. What's the archetype? This full to new, May 2023. The Seeker. Oh, Wisdom family archetype. 9 different families. Not all who wander are lost. Keep that in mind. However, the shadow attribute, Caroline Myss, MYSS, PhD, author of Sacred Contracts, author of Anatomy of the Spirit, Entering the Castle. So much of that stuff is in my book, Words of Grace, because she has had such a profound effect on me. I've never met her face to face. Her and Chrissy Hines from The Pretender are the only 2 people, The Pretenders. Only 2 people I'm intimidated by on planet Earth. Mason Hines. Sounds like a vaudeville act. The shadow attribute represents the lead. Inability to commit to a path once found. I'm seeking. Oh, there it is. Oh, what else you got? It's fear. The light attribute. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. And ain't I just a truthful thirst trap today? It is, Beltane. I'm allowed. So look, the seeker archetype, right? It's not a wanderer. And it's not a pilgrim. A pilgrim is somebody who knows where they're going and they're making the trek, right? A wanderer got no idea. A seeker knows what they're looking for, but they're following the wisdom that they get, particularly if you have a thirst for wisdom and truth wherever you are. In other words, this is one time where location doesn't apply. Because no matter where you are, to seek the truth, because it shall set you free, but it usually pisses us off first. That's shadow work. So, next 4 chakras down, we're using 1 card, the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, for the feminine energy, the internal goddess energy. Heart, third eye crown is your creative intuition. Spit, swallow, or chew, throat chakra minimum. You have the choice to do this or not, and you can delay it, but it will come back around. And how many times do you want to keep incarnating for the same things over and over and over and over again? Please take a nice deep breath. I am the fun one. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of fire, sign of Leo, powers of the south, please, beloved goddesses of fixed fire, 5th house dynamic, creativity and good fortune, pleasure, and all of that. 1 card in clarity, please, for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and who are drawn to this reading. What do they need to be aware of behind their eyes? Heart, third eye crown, spiritual, mental, willpower, and emotional power to help them alchemize the seeker this full to new. Ooh, fire, 3 of Wands on the inner is about loyalty, very throat chakra, waiting for your ships to come in perhaps, but it can also be stabilizing your loyalty structure, right? To me, I learned this from Iyanla Vanzant. Every time this card comes up, she pops into my head. Iyanla Vanzant, In the Meantime. Brilliant book. And she gave a structure. She said, the divine, I'm going to put it in my words, divine first, then you, me, then friends and family, then work. Because that way we are actually working with the flow from the 8th chakra down into physical form. So look, I'm going to say third chakra on that because there's probably a choice. Yes, 3 could be for the third eye too, but 3s are a solid foundation. So keep that in mind. The seeker seeking truth, what are you willing to wait for? What aren't you willing to wait for? Where do your loyalties lie, so to speak? Because perception is not always truth. The sun does not rise in the east. Hey, it's our planet, right? The sun. The sun does not rise in the east and set in the west. If the planet turns on an axis, ours does. That's the truth. And sorry, the only flat earth I know of is on the back of 4 elephants riding a turtle through the cosmos. I miss that place. It was just his birthday. Let's move on. So, loyalty. 3 of Flames. Let's look at the lower 3 chakras from the outside looking in at you, or you from the inside looking out at people, places, and things. The masculine dynamic. Lower 3 chakras are relationships in the physical world, including your relationship to yourself. Let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my gods of fire, the sign of Leo. Powers of the south, please, beloved, gorgeous gods of fixed fire. 1 card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, maybe even giving this reading. What do we need to be aware of? Inside out, outside in, lower 3 chakra, masculine dynamic. So we can alchemize. The seeker in the 8th, 3 of Flames, loyalty on the inner. This full to new. Ace of Swords on the outer. Ooh, Ace of Swords, Athena, mythic tarot. Now, actually, Athena and Aries and Apollo and all of them kind of get along. All of them, they're warriors, but this is a seed of truth, either coming from or coming to you. If I was going to give that a chakra, I would say, could be any of them, right? Could be a message coming in, not a page necessarily, but a new idea, a seed of thought. In other words, you could look at it as Athena saying, here's this sword of truth, sword of light, one would think, sword of truth, definitely element of air there. And, you know, you can get that from tribes, groups, societies. You can get that from another person, a book, a thing, right? Second chakra, groups, root chakra, this one-on-one, second chakra. But maybe this is something that comes from you, your own original thought, solar plexus, your own personal power. Now, I will say, Three of Flames on the inner with Ace of Swords, air on the outer, is not going to blow those out, but it could stoke them, right? Give them a little more breathing room, maybe some fresh air, some new air, and a new beginning, at least mentally on the outer. Now, considering truth and wisdom family archetype is very element of air, very third eye, crown, throat chakra. So let's keep going. Let's remove some obstacles with the whispers of Lord Ganesh, Angelo Hartfield, the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. I started cultivating my relationship with Ganesh 25 years ago when I was working with the Ashaya monks. I had them at my house. They stayed over, did weekend workshop, first spheres workshop. I eventually got all 5 spheres. Some spiritual athlete, apparently. So let's ask him his guidance, his grace to help remove these obstacles, these 3 atoms, symbolically speaking, between lead and gold. Because this feels really nice. I feel like there's truth on the table here. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, please, beloved one. One card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading to help us release those 3 atoms in between lead and gold, with the Seeker in the 8th, and loyalty, 3 of Wands on the inner, Athena, Ace of Swords on the outer. Let's do this. What's your guidance, your grace, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message for us this full to new? Priorities. This is about time and how you spend it. Fixation much? Well, fixed fire can very much be that way. Now, look, I burn out relatively quickly. At my age, I'm going to be 55 years old in September, Virgo, that I am. I know, I don't look at... Thanks. Little witchcraft and rapid wrinkle repair. Someday I'll write that book. That'll probably be the one that makes me, like, world famous. Oh my god, look what he does with Neutrogena. The goddess Neutrogena. Priorities. Card number 30. Make the most of your time. Every day is a gift. You have the option to make the most of what life is offering you. If you long to create organization in your life, you will benefit from prioritizing. Your ideals determine what you will seek in life. Now, isn't that just a loyalty card right there, right? That 3 of Wands, right? Your ideals determine what you will seek in life. Your priorities, which are totally the support, the external support for your loyalty structure. Your priorities are most visible in how you use your time. Ganesha is holding the water lily and emphasizing the importance of your values. He encourages you to know what you truly want. 3 of Flames. It seems like that's a dominant card, this 3 of Flames. What makes you happiest? There are always blessings that may not be apparent in the midst of a disappointment. Time is not something that can be saved for later. When it comes to the time allotted to you each day, you only have a limited opportunity. Make your choices about how you spend your time in accordance with your highest values. Loyalty. What are you loyal to? If you languish or procrastinate, the moment will be gone. Reevaluate how you have been spending your days and how you can strive to be more satisfied. In terms of priorities for each major decision, such as education, occupation, place of residence, marriage, or parenting, you may ask yourself, what will be the impact of my decision? In all choices, make sure that you are certain of what your priorities are. Relate your goals to ways to bring love and blessings to yourself and the people who you share your life with. Now, that might be what those new ideas are that we're seeing here. Oh, and that's the end of it. It ends with that. Oh, I thought it was the next page. Oh, so priorities. How do you spend your time? Now, I will say, as a Virgo, I've been doing event planning since my first... Oh my God, Body, Mind, and Soul, 1990, Walt Whitman Road, Huntington Station across from the Walt Whitman Mall. I was their first event coordinator, program director. That was my name. That was my title. So, you know, scheduling is a gig. I don't get paid for doing the scheduling and the juggling that I do for drawing the circle productions. I get paid for doing this, my true mystical art. So, of course, order and method, Hercule Poirot, Agatha Christie, order and method, little gray cells. So yeah, I have to like prioritize what I put my focus on to get the waxing and the waning moons out on time, to stay on schedule. But I'm my own boss and I can be a wicked frickin' slave driver. Oh my God, right? So the seeking of truth, right, with very, very much is in our choice here, throat chakra, with that three of flames, to help us really choose what our priorities are, what we really value, and there might be a new idea coming in about that. Good. I like this. I like the air fire dynamic in complementary elements in the tarot. So, where'd you go? There we go. The Matt Kahn healing mantra to help you align all of this. I can't say enough about this deck. I got it when it first came out, bought it right off Matt Kahn's website. It makes such a difference. Click the link, check it out. I write down all of my mantras for all of my Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers, and sure enough, I use them a little bit every day, but then sometimes it's obvious why. Please take a nice deep breath. This will be one of mine. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of Wisdom, for this wisdom family archetype of the Seeker, please, Ascended Masters of Wisdom, one card in clarity for the Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and who are drawn to this reading. Keep our sense of humor. It's a big priority for me. What is the perfect healing mantra? To help us alchemize shadow light, lead to gold, paint peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, considering this reading with the Seeker in the 8th. Three of Flames on the inner, Ace of Swords on the outer, removing obstacles by really reevaluating our priorities. What is of true value for us? Maybe it's hardware, I don't know. What do you got for us, please? Keeping our sense of humor, 5th house, creativity and good fortune. This full to new. Opening my mind, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. See that? Now look, I have a good relationship with Athena. I love her, the gray-eyed one. Bebo! Flashback for a lot of people, but probably not everybody. She is wisdom. She is a goddess of combat, but goddess of war, sure, but strategy. She doesn't get her hands dirty. Her weapon is not a sword, actually. It's a spear, right? Projectile, right? So look, allowing yourself, that is the key to this mantra. Throat chakra, I choose, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. So a new way of looking at things for a waning moon makes sense, right? You're clearing the debris, you're clearing the land. Thou art no longer seeing through a glass darkly. To just give you a New Testament. Yeah, I'm an eclectic. Get over it. Anything it takes to not have to keep reincarnating here, because there are other places I want to go. Let me read you Opening the Mind. No, I'm not doing ayahuasca. Are you kidding? It would be so boring. Oh, look, a manifestation of my inner child archetype. It's all been done. It's all been done. It's all been done before. I met you before the fall of Rome, opening my mind, bare naked ladies. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. When your mind opens, you're no longer limited by fearful beliefs or at odds with your own healing journey. Now, fearful beliefs is definitely something that would have the shadow attribute of the seeker involved and possibly enmeshed in belief systems that just aren't true. With an open mind, you are aware of a bigger cosmic picture where your personal life ushers in your highest potential by uplifting the consciousness of humanity, and that's what I mean. We're all one, man. That is really the truth. And that's a hard truth to wrap your mind around in these times. That's why people took to the hills and monasteries and, hermitages and ashrams just all around the world throughout history to get the fuck away from these people, right? Because they knew what they were seeing wasn't real, or it was toxic enough that it drove them. I mean, you look at the lives of all the masters, not just the ascended masters. I mean, male, female, doesn't matter what time zone or country, race or culture. There was always the shaman. I was like, oh, get out of here. These people are nuts, right? So that they could see things differently. And in your own healing, you're helping everybody heal. That's why I do these reads. As your mind opens, life is not just centered around your personal gains and losses, but shining your light for the well-being of all wherever you happen to be. And that's the star. That is Leo. That is the sun, right? Just shine your light. You know what a star is, metaphorically? A star, just like our sun or any of them, they don't run around the universe. They stay in one place, fixed fire, and they radiate. And their light creates this gravitational field that brings everything they need to them. And sometimes what they don't need. We are that. I mean, everybody is, but Leo. We're Leos. I just make it look like one. Oh, where did I leave off? Oh yeah, this mantra is ideal for ending the inner negotiation with the ego. Well, but if I do that, what if it's instead of shadow work? What if I just I'm trying to do that? Unraveling self-sabotage and confronting the inevitability of loss, because nobody stays in the same body forever. Except Nosferatu. No Nosferatu for me, please. I'll pass. Teflon neck syndrome here. Bite my neck, you're going to chip a tooth. Yeah, I like this read. I gotta say, our priorities, opening our minds, we might be there's always a higher truth. See, that's the T. The T is that there's always a higher T. High tea. Oh, how lovely. Of a scone. I think it's afternoon tea, whatever. Past life bleed throughs while I'm working. No, I mean, really, allow myself to see beyond. Nobody needs to know. Nobody needs to know this, right? If you feel weird about it, if you feel like you're not ready to talk about it, I don't know. Ace of Swords might be you talking about it or you receiving it. Going to help you look at your priorities. What's of value to you here? Open your mind. And it's a great mantra. I allow, little by little, not all at once. If we saw the whole holographic plan of everything all at once, well, we'd go mad. And there's a difference between psychological insanity and divine madness. I mean, aside from one of them's a Bette Midler album and concert, which I pretty much have dedicated my life to embodying. I'm a big noise. Oh, unfortunately, I'm not from Winnetka. Let's move on. Divine Animals Oracle by Stacy DeMarco, coolest name frickin' ever. The Divine Animals Oracle, everybody's got spirit animals and totems with them all the time. Doesn't matter if you're in the subway. Oh, this is good. I don't think there's a rat card in here, but you never know what they're slipping into the deck when I'm jumping quantum timelines day after day. Let's see who's helping you with the shadow work. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the pantheons of the animal kingdom, I call to the spirit animals and totems for the Leo collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to, led to, feel in this reading. Please, who walks with us, who swims with us. There's that throat chakra. Take your time, slow down. Course in Miracles says not making a decision can often be the right decision, but mileage may vary. It's my editorial. Please, who walks with us, who swims with us? who flies with us, who crawls with us, giving us the love, the grace, the guidance, the wisdom, the power, the protection, and the oracle message to help us alchemize. Seeker in the 8th, 3 of flames on the inner, Ace of swords on the outer. Priorities, removing the obstacles and opening our minds, allowing ourselves to see beyond our beliefs and ideas. This of full to new. If you're going to ride the white horse. I hope I have that music looped in my head all day. I miss that kind of funk. But now that I'm working with Janet Grace, the funk is back. It's practically a funkin' wagnall. Freedom. Freedom is the key word for the horse. Like, think horsepower. This is really quite amazing. Card number 24, right? Because it's odd. You think if you have more priorities, you'll be less free, but actually freedom can be a priority, right? And for waning moon, that sounds right on target. So as you're freeing yourself of those 3 atoms, so many ways to interpret that. Card number 24, 27, beaver. Nice beaver. Thanks, I just had it stuffed. The horse, card number 24. I know I don't give you a chance to take a breath. Freedom. To be truly free, we must learn true independence. Trust yourself, as listening to people who may have other agendas is not the way to make a good, clear decision. Oh, seeker of truth. Individuation from our parents is a natural process, although it is often fraught with difficulty on both sides. Your true power resides in your ability to always know you have a choice, and it is yours to make. To see beyond your beliefs and ideas, man. But you can take your time with that. You got a 2-week period, and it's ongoing. I mean, you probably have to do it on some level every day. All of us, not just the Leos. Well, you have to admit, we make it look good. Let me read you about horse magic. Horse magic is profoundly free and powerful. To ride a horse at full gallop is to experience a sacred bolt of the most primal liberty. That sounds like fun. When you are feeling trapped or small, expand your field by calling for their energy. There is a long history in physical and mental healing with horse energy, and this can be used when you are ill or unstable. Horse energy invokes a calm and solid presence. It can be used to quiet your spirit if you are feeling disturbed. I know this one goes on a bit, but it's cool. Horse magic is also an expression of trust with loyalty. There we go. A powerful horse could go anywhere it wants, yet it is willing to be led. A person trusts the horse to be sure-footed, leap and run away from danger, while the horse trusts the human to be its partner, to not hinder, to take care of it, to guide it. It can be a very deep bond if you allow it to be. If you are ever doubting yourself or feeling trapped, engage in some horsepower. Expand your field by calling for their energy. Wilbur. All right, opening your mind to freedom. Free the mind. Oh, and the rest will follow. In Vogue. It's a good day. It is Beltane. I'm allowed every day. Because I'm my own boss, and though I am a slave driver, I give him lots of wiggle room, this kid. Look, this is lovely. Opening the mind is going to set you free. That is a mental liberation in and of itself. But in the reprioritizing of your loyalties, maybe new information coming in. Other people might not like it. Other people might be telling you what to do. I wouldn't recommend anybody telling a Leo anything what to do, particularly Mars conjunct Leo. Let's keep going. 2 more cards. Card number 7, the Archangel Fire Oracle. I love this. Alexandra Wenman, Findhorn Press from Scotland. They take the different archangels and they put them in different masks, guises, culturally. It's so cool. It's very multicultural. And you know, I've had lovers of kind of every color. I have another way of saying that. Well, I'm not monetized, but, you know, I don't have to go there. It's a little crude. Come follow me on Patreon. I'll let loose with that and a daily check-in like that. So everybody has access to the archangels. Let's see. Let's see if our Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Lyons, shows up. She's never shown up in a Leo read that I can remember. New deck. Let's give her a shot. Please take a nice deep breath. This is Archangel Ariel. I will fall off my chair on purpose. Still point. Archangelic override. As I call upon the beloved pantheons of archangels, for the Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and who were guided, drawn, called to this reading. Please, beloved arcs of angels, what is your guidance, your grace, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message to help the Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers alchemize the seeker in the eighth, loyalty on the inner, ace of swords on the outer, removing obstacles of a priority and using priorities to remove obstacles, opening their mind for and with the horse magic of freedom this full to new. Sequid Hosey, I think I said the name right. Sequid, Sweetkid, something like that. SOQUEDHOZI. I have it written down, but of course I don't have it in front of me. I spelled it out phonetically. I googled it, and still, it's a tricky name. A Russian archangel here. Very, very interesting. Love what you're wearing. I mean, the artwork in this is amazing, but the best part about it is they don't put the keywords on the cards. You gotta look them up, which I think is very, 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 sounds very Findhorn to me. And they don't put the pronunciation here. A Sweequid Hosey, I think it is. SOQUED Hosey. Keyword balance. Balance. The archangel known as Keeper of the Divine Balances, Sequid Hosey, is the angel associated with intimate partnerships. Uh-oh. And is shown here as half man, half woman Russian circus performer. You can't see that from there, can you? Gonna pull the phone up into your corneas. He or she helps us maintain our individuality while acknowledging the interconnectedness of all things, keeping a flow of loving energy where each person positively affects and supports the other. Sequid Hosey, I'm just going to keep playing with it until I get it right. Please forgive me. Sequid Hosey can help you recognize and heal imbalanced partnerships, where you may feel you are being drained. Let's go to the message. Human beings have an innate need to interact with others. I will help bring balance to your love life and relationships, and above all, have a good relationship with yourself. So that changes things a bit here. I mean, but not for a seeker. A seeker wants to know the truth. And if you've been burned before, and who the hell hasn't? It's funny, in your love relationships, but that can be with an entire family, right? Family of friends, all of that. So let's keep it out. There's nothing screaming romance about this, but certainly where you put your priorities to do that in balance with the relationships in your life. Look, no person is an island. I made it gender neutral, right? I mean, we are all interdependent on each other, but there is a difference between codependent and what I like to call God-dependent, right? You surrender your will to the divine, get good with yourself, and then you shift quantum timelines. That's what these readings are for that kind of freedom. Maybe there is something going on in a relationship in your life, reason and season, sometimes it's a family member your whole lifetime. There's something out of balance there. And you gotta be willing to see beyond your beliefs and ideas to have some understanding, to free yourself here. But the seeker, really. Think Apollo, god of the sun, an archer, a hunter, and a god of light, a god of truth, as well as the bringer of plagues, you know. You got some epithets? Yeah, that's the right word. Different titles. Last card down. Blessed be. By, how do I like to say her name? Lucy Cavendish. Oh, I love her name and I love her work. We do these blessings for real. All kidding, all joking aside. I gotta have fun doing this. Otherwise, why do it? Right? If I don't find the joy somehow deep down in my heart. Where? The gold hidden within the lead. The blessed be. We do the blessings for real. Let's get the card. I'll read it from the book. I'll call him in to bless the crap out of all of us. Well, those 3 extra atoms, at least. And then we'll end the reading, and then we'll talk about all the cool stuff that's hidden during the circle. As of this moment, actually, please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the beloved pantheons of all pantheons, a delegation, please, from all traditions, lineages, and cultures, for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers who are watching this video and we're drawn to, we're guided to, we're led to this reading. Please, beloved ones, what is the gold hidden within the lead, the hidden blessing, the light at the end of the tunnel? To help the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video who are drawn to this reading, alchemize the Seeker in the 8th, Three of Flames, very third chakra on the inner, particularly with the Ace of Swords on the outer, new piece of information, maybe a new communication coming in that they can help remove the obstacles with their priorities about how they spend their time. They get to choose that, and if someone else is choosing it for them, that could be going on here. But rather than, really hunker down in something, particularly with the Seeker archetype, that they open their mind, allowing themselves to see beyond their beliefs and ideas, calling in the freedom power of the horse with Soquid Hosei, bringing us balance in our relationships, love relationships, but that can mean a lot of things. What's the hidden blessing, the gold within the lead? For us this full to new. Blessing on a home. Oh, I love my home. I love this place. I named her Elysia, short for the Elysian Fields, essentially the spa section of the underworld. I have the River Styx Speed Pass, do you? Comes with the job. So we are looking at card number 10. Blessing on a home. Look at her. She looked like, all these cards look like people though. There's like the Liam Neeson card in there. There's definitely the Orlando Bloom card. Most beautiful girl in the world. Card number 10. Man, a joke imprints itself on me. It just stays. Blessing on a home. This is a lovely one. I've read this one before. So, yeah, both feet on the floor. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe this in, and then we're going to talk. Please take a nice deep breath. By the way, this is my clavicles chip and dip. Still point. I will bring fun to a shadow read. Breathe. Still point. Pantheons of all pantheons, please transmit. Card number 10, a blessing on a home. A blessing for a home with protective presence, a creative field within which you can thrive and be reborn night after night, day after day. May the walls of your home hold strong against the influences of the world outside. Within the walls and beneath the sheltering roof of your home, may you find privacy and comfort and freedom to be who you are when all about you falls away and there are no more eyes to watch you. May you have the comfort, good food, nourishing rest, healing quiet, true friends who come and go in ways that bring you both joy and companionship. I'm so down for this. May you offer hospitality freely and gladly, and may the blessings you offer be returned in the opening of homes to you. In return, ladies' night, Thursday night, with my Scorpio sisters and others. May the borders of your home be protected and guarded by the angels, and within its spaces may there be a place for intimacy, connection, friendships, privacy, conversation, calm, the roar of laughter, nothing like a good witch cackle, the soft fall of tears, and the quiet peace of hope. May your life take shape within your home. May there be births, and when deaths come, let them be kind ones. Let the home you create become the very essence of what home can be, and may it in return offer you your body, your soul, the most nourishing of spaces between the worlds. I'll tell you why that's personal in a minute, a little bit. Blessed be. Breathe. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none. I get it, priorities. As we will it. So let it be done. So motivate. Oh, that music. Oh, I love it so much. Did you like the reading? Hit the thumbs up, like it. Comment below if you feel it. absolutely subscribe if you want more of me, and hit that notification bell, because this is a really, really good read. And the thing is every Thursday night I hang out with a bunch of women who have allowed me to come. I'm like one of the few male guest stars, but I'm no longer a guest star. I'm a regular now on that series. It's such an honor. And they're coming to my house. I'm doing a tarot party around the corner of Native Suticals, Holbrook. So they're going to come. We're going to hang out here at the house afterwards. I'm not going to get this place together. So that's why this one is kind of personal. We're going to seek the truth. I don't pull this one off regardless. If you want more of me, certainly, come play around on Patreon. I mean, it's amazing, the stuff. I'm amazed that I can get away with what I get away with there. A lot of creativity there. It's not OnlyFans. All right, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm putting that off for yet another year. Maybe 25 years from now, I'll do that. Yikes. I'll probably still look good, Leo, right? But seriously, what a lovely, lovely read. So I check in with my patrons every day, and they have access to all the extended readings. And if you want to book me for a private reading and you are a patron, you get quite the discount. So there are 2 links. There are 3 that are down there. Number 1, 25 years in service of Drawing the Circle Productions, explains it in a general sense. Booking private sessions with Mal goes more into detail about that, but it's all on my website. And certainly the new intro for May 2023 for what I got going on Patreon. Click those links, check it out. And by all means, if you want my help, I am glad to help. Clients always come first. Reach out. Got different packages there if you wanna. But most importantly, look, there's nothing like a safe home. There's just nothing like that safety. And for the seeker to seek and not compulsively move on. Safe and peaceful doesn't always mean boring. And I know, Leos, we can want to hear ourselves roar just for the sake of roaring as well aware. But this is lovely. Just remember, if we're going to really look at this clearly, where are you? My healing mantra here, be willing to see beyond. Allow yourself to see beyond your beliefs and ideas, because I do that every day. It's called an act of surrender. Very Course in Miracles. Help me see this differently. So, wish you all the best and the very, very blessed of the shadow read. Digging this music big time. I hear it in my head. So, have at it. And by all means, I love you. Hang in there. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed be.